fresh off a spring break and you still feel exhausted. Why? Because your brain was not built to recover from chronic stress after just 7 days of vacation. Today, we're breaking down why your body is still reacting as if it's under siege and how you can start protecting yourself now that you're back to work. I'm Nafisa from Too Cool for School Psych, and I'm helping school psychologists protect their peace, own their expertise, and stay in this work without losing themselves. In this video, you'll learn exactly what stress is, how it hijacks your brain and body, and why school psych work constantly triggers it. And if you stay to the end, you'll learn 3 moves that you can make right now to interrupt the cycle before it runs you down. So let's talk about what stress actually is, because before we try to fix it, I think that we need to understand it. Stress isn't just always feeling overwhelmed. It's a biological response that your body uses to protect you when it senses a threat. When your brain detects danger, it immediately shifts you into survival mode. Your heart rate goes up, your muscles tense up, and then your adrenaline is pumped out, sending you straight into fight or flight. The thing is, your body doesn't distinguish between a physical threat or an emotional threat, whether that threat is real or perceived. It's just designed to protect you and get you to safety. So whether a bear is charging at you, or a parent is demanding an out-of-district placement, or whether you just have to respond to an email immediately, your system is going to fire the same alarm system. So for all my nerdy folk out here, the biological system behind the scenes running a show is called the HPA axis. That's the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, and the adrenal glands. The hypothalamus detects the threat and sounds the alarm. The pituitary gland sends the chemical signal through your body, and the adrenal glands release adrenaline and cortisol that kicks your body into survival mode. Now, if your body remains in this stress response for too long, it could actually damage your brain rather than helping it. Now, if this stress response stays activated too long, it could actually damage your brain rather than helping it. So, chronic cortisol exposure shrinks your hippocampus, which is responsible for your memory. It disrupts the prefrontal cortex, which is where your executive functioning happens. And it overstimulates the amygdala, which is why so many people are feeling anxious or emotional. So this is why under stress, you are forgetting things, you make impulsive decisions, or you can just feel emotionally overwhelmed all the time. So if you've been feeling like you are failing, you're probably not. You're probably just chronically stressed. So now that we know how stress works, and we know that it is a biological response to a perceived or real threat, this begs the question for a school psychologist, and we need to ask, why is our job being perceived by our body as a threat? So think of all of the things that stress you out at work. High caseloads. A lot of people talk about not having supervisory support. Just all of the legal components. It's just a lot of high stake things. Case management, crisis management, ethical, other ethical dilemmas. Your brain is reading all of this as a threat. And yeah, if you think about it, it can be perceived as a threat to your own skills and abilities. A lot of people talk about imposter syndrome, feeling as if you aren't equipped with the tools that you need to do the job successfully. It can be a threat to your credibility if something has your name attached to it. And when things get too ethical, it can also be a threat to your integrity. So it's not just the paperwork. And this is why, even after a week off for spring break, is not the full reset that we need, and why your nervous system may still feel like it's under attack. So while we are still very hopeful that the education system changes, specifically our field of school psychology, I have 3 very practical steps that you can take now to just help you reset day to day. First, protect your mornings. Nobody should have their work email on their phone so that when they open their eyes in the morning, the first thing that they do is check to see who emailed overnight. Don't do it. And I'm only speaking from experience. You really have to protect your mornings. So, cortisol actually spikes in the morning. You just need to use it strategically. So, before you check emails or solve the next emergency, you have to do something that's meaningful to you. Most people wake up in the morning and they listen to some, soft music. Many people pray or read scriptures. Do something that anchors you first thing in the morning. Give yourself a fighting chance so that you are anchored and not reactive. Second thing you need to do is refuel before you crash. Skipping meals and surviving on coffee does not work. Actually, it spikes your cortisol further. And I know I'm not here to talk health and wellness to you guys, but this applies across the board, not just for the work that we do. You have to stabilize your blood sugar and you have to eat protein early in the morning before you eat anything else or whenever your first meal is. I know a lot of people do intermittent fasting these days, but your first meal, you need to have protein. This all plays into your brain chemistry and you have to protect it before your energy is sabotaged. And the last thing is just to micro regulate throughout the day. So in between tasks, take a 2-minute walk. Step outside, pause to return a family member's phone call, send a text, dare I say scroll on Instagram. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. But going from emergency to IEP meeting to IEP meeting, evaluation to evaluation. I get it. It's the end of the school year. It's crunch time. But you have to have little micro resets throughout the day to lower your stress threshold. Micro resets tell your nervous system, hey, we're not in danger anymore. So, those are just some practical tips that you can use on a day to day. Nothing fancy, just very manageable tasks. School psych is not easy, but those who are in the profession, you know how deeply we love the work that we do. And even for new up and coming school psychologists, I know sometimes the veterans scare you, but it really is a beautiful profession. But the state of education today is just a stressful field right now. But you don't have to fall victim to the stress that most of us are experiencing. Take control of your day-to-day activities. Just know that your body was built to heal itself. Your mind can learn new patterns. Recovery is not just for summer vacation or Christmas break or spring break. Create small spaces to help you reset. I think the most important thing that we should understand is that you don't have to accept constant exhaustion as a trade off for doing meaningful work. Once again, I will scream this from the rooftops. You get to choose how you show up in this role. You have to protect your peace if you want to protect your impact. So, just to recap, stress is not just emotional, it's a biological process. When the stress is constant, your body automatically goes into survival mode. The field of school psychology is high pressure by nature, but recovery is possible. Move intentionally, reset purposefully, and stay sharp without losing yourself. If this connected some dots for you, leave a comment, like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel, and most importantly, share this with a school psych who is currently carrying way too much. But drop a comment below. Let me know which part of this hit the hardest for you. And if you're ready to continue building a career that protects you as much as you protect your students, check out my next video on the biggest myths burning out school psychologists. Once again, I'm Nafisa. This is Too Cool for School Psych, and I'm so happy to have you here.